What's up everybody, it's Sean here back today to give you guys a review of the Invincible collaboration with Asics on the Gel-Nimbus 10.1 in this 404 RGB colorway. Have you ever experienced taking out an older grail that's been sitting on your shelf and then once you decide to rock them, they suddenly crumble under your feet? Well, the solution to that is a product called Capsule. Capsule is a new product on the market, and this product aims to help preserve your sneakers and extend their lives by up to 2 times. It's an innovative way to store your sneakers, and it looks just like this. So this is the pod that you store your shoes inside. And it's a UV protective, airtight pod, but the secret sauce comes in the form of a cartridge which you inject into this pod, which contains this specially formulated gas, which represents the optimal way to store your sneakers, which tackles the 2 main reasons why your shoes age, fade, and crumble over time, which is hydrolysis and oxidization. So this is a scientifically backed formula. They did extensive testing where they compared a shoe kept in the capsule system versus one kept in a regular shoebox. And the signs of aging and deterioration on the pair that was kept not in the capsule system was very noticeable. So check out their website, do your own research. I was definitely a doubter at first, but after doing my own research, really understanding this product and what it does from a science standpoint, that's why now I keep some of my grails in the capsule system for storage. So check them out, their website socials are down below in the description box, and let them know that you heard about them through my channel. So this right here is the latest collaboration to drop between Asics and Taiwan-based label Invincible. Yes, I know these dropped back in mid-October, but I didn't get my hands on these until recently when they suddenly appeared on the Kith Canada website. So these dropped for a price of 290 Canadian dollars. And the reason why this collab is so special is that it pays homage to the 10-year anniversary of the first Asics and Invincible collaboration, which they did on the Gel Light 3. So that collaboration was called Formosa, which was a historical name that Taiwan went by, and it has ties to Japan, just like how Asics is a Japanese brand as well. But this time they're collaborating on the Gel-Nimbus 10.1, which is a mashup silhouette combining the upper of the Gel-Nimbus 10 with the bottom tooling of the Gel-Kayano 14. And this colorway adopts a similar look to the previously released Gel-Nimbus 10.1 that the two brands collaborated on in a blue colorway and a green. But in this case, where it's nicknamed RGB, instead of red, green, and blue, this time it's red, gray, and blue. So first things first, here's a quick look at the packaging. So this comes in a black-based cardboard box with gray color detailing on it. It might be hard to see here on the top, but we have both Invincible and Asics co-branding. And then it's a pretty simple box, all things considered. As far as the shoe goes, so this pair is done in mismatching fashion, where we have different materials featured on the left versus right foot. So starting things off with the toe box, the base layer of both of these shoes, this is covered in a layer of ripstop nylon, and we have this large Asics logo fused onto the top. Overlaid on the toe cap of the left foot, we have this shaggy dark gray suede, whereas overlaid on the right foot, we have a buttery and smooth leather instead. Moving downwards on the bottom on the right foot, we have a medium gray diamond shaped mesh, and then above this we have a dark gray leather. Covering the eyelets, we have more of that same smooth leather, and then the middle 2 eyelets are done in this woven style in dark gray. When you compare this to the left foot, the mesh here on the bottom is done in a darker gray on the left foot. We have more shaggy suede covering the eyelets, but in either case, we have this oversized Asics stripe, which is done in this DIY, almost deconstructed look, where the edges extend over the edges, covering a portion of the midsole, and we have loose threading here too as well. On the lateral side, we have this Invincible tag, which hangs off the Asics stripe, and then underneath this we have more leather, and debossed onto it we have the Asics word mark. Moving downwards we have more mesh, and we have a suede layer covering the heel of the left foot, and a smooth leather covering the heel of the right foot. Both cases we have gel branding, and then on the top of the heel, we have a synthetic leather layer here done in blue and red respectively, along with Gel-Nimbus 10.1 branding. As far as the laces go, so this pair comes with a few lace options. So the standard lace that they come with is a thin rope style lace done in a mix of white and reflective 3M hits. They also come with 3 extra lace options as well, so there's a ton of variety and you can really choose to customize the look of the shoe. Underneath this, the tongue is covered in that same ripstop nylon that we saw on the toe box. Running down the center, we have a synthetic silver leather layer, and then on the top, we have Gel-Nimbus 10.1 branding, and it's accented by red and blue hits, opposite of what we saw colored on the heel. The interior of the shoe and the back of the tongue is covered in a layer of mesh, and then for the insoles, these come with a pretty well padded foam lined insole, It's mesh line on top, and we have Asics branding on the right foot and Invincible branding found on the left foot. So the upper of the Gel-Nimbus 10.1 sits atop this tooling taken from the Gel-Kayano 14. So this is a dual density EVA foam midsole, and they also incorporate Asics gel technology visible on the lateral forefoot and the heel, which helps with impact protection and shock absorption. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, so the outsoles here are constructed out of black rubber with accents of blue and red. In the middle, you can see we have Asics Trustic technology, which is a TPU shank plate which helps with torsional rigidity and midfoot support, and this is the exact outsole seen on the Gel-Kayano 14. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair, and for those wondering about how these fit, so in my opinion, the Gel-Nimbus 10.1 fits a little bit snug, but it still is true to size. I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in a size 10, and they fit me very comfortably in a slightly snug way, but not to the point where I'd want to go up half a size. So if you have a narrow, normal, or slightly wide foot, you can go true to size. If you have like a really wide foot, you might be better off going up half a size. Next up, in terms of the comfort, so this is a fairly comfortable sneaker, and the reason behind that is because it takes the tooling from the Kayano 14, which in my opinion is one of the most comfortable sneakers in the Asics library. So what I love most about this midsole is that, yes, it has some step in comfort, but I feel a lot of support, especially underneath the arches of my feet. So sometimes I feel pain and fatigue in the arches of my feet if the shoe has too little support or if it's too soft. Whereas for this silhouette, I feel like it cradles me in the right places, giving me all the support that I need. So if you're looking for a super soft, marshmallow-like sneaker, this is probably not going to be the model for you. But if you're going to be maybe on your feet, maybe walking a lot within a day, and you want a shoe that's not overly soft, but gives you a good balance of cushioning with a lot of support, then I think you'll really enjoy the feeling of these, assuming you don't have like a really, really wide foot where it could cause some issues and pressure points around the forefoot area. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so all in all, I was very pleased with the materials on this shoe. Everything from the suedes, the smooth leathers, it has more of a premium feel than a normal Asics model you'd see at like a Foot Locker or something. So they definitely went above and beyond from a material standpoint. And I love how the left and right feet utilize similar but different materials, which at the end of the day gives it still a uniform look, but there's enough differentiation between the two feet that it makes it feel special and still mismatched, but not in an overly in-your-face way. So all in all, I was very pleased with how these felt in hand. It really felt like it was more of an elevated sneaker, which makes it more easy to stomach the higher retail price. So with all that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up, and I'll show you guys how these look. I know mismatching shoes oftentimes aren't for everyone, and part of the reason behind that is because usually when brands do mismatching shoes, they're more often than not very loud, very eccentric, and it's kind of a difficult shoe to pull off an outfit with. But for this pair, even though it's done in mismatching style, at the heart of it, it's still a predominantly gray colored sneaker, which makes it very easy to pull off. I love the subtleness of the differentiation between the left and the right feet. Yes, they are unique, but the elements of the shoes are still relatively consistent and uniform, and I really love how they were able to pay homage to the 10-year anniversary to the Gel Light 3 Formosa. So leave your thoughts down below, let me know what do you guys think about this Invincible and Asics Gel-Nimbus 10.1. What are your overall thoughts on this collaboration? Do you think it was a bit understated, a little bit too boring? Do you like the subtleness of it? Leave your thoughts down below and let's talk about it. And as usual, if you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can check out my social media accounts, which are linked down below. And as always, thank you for your continued love and support. Appreciate the love, the comments, all the engagement. It has not gone unnoticed. So until next time, I'll catch you all in my next review.